Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing that's all about extending deadlines and making sure a company has more time to do, well, something important. We'll try to decode if this is a smart move or just delaying the inevitable. Before we jump in, if you like cracking open these financial and corporate documents to find the real story, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, and definitely join our Discord community linked in the description below. Alright, so what we're looking at here is a report from Athena Technology Acquisition Corp. And the big news is they've gotten an extension on a crucial deadline. Think of it like getting a rain check for a really important business deal. This specific filing is a Form 8K, which is like a company's way of saying, hey, something important just happened that you need to know about. And what happened here is they've successfully amended their founding documents to push back the date by which they need to complete a business combination. First off, a little detail about the company itself. Athena Technology Acquisition Corp. IPOR is what's called an emerging growth company. This means they're relatively new and get to enjoy some lighter regulatory rules for a bit. That's not uncommon for companies like this, which are essentially set up to find and buy another business. So the main event here is a vote. The company's stockholders approved an amendment to their main governing document. Think of it as their company's rule book. This amendment extends their deadline to find a target company and merge with it. Originally, that deadline was September 14, 2026. That's about 9 extra months to get a deal done. Now, extensions like this often come with a catch. And here's the important part for the company's sponsors. To get each 1 month extension, the sponsors or their affiliates have to put more money into a special account called a trust account. It's either a flat $25,000 or 2 cents per share for every newly issued share of Class A common stock that hasn't been redeemed. This is a way to show commitment and also to cover the costs associated with these extensions. It's a small price to pay, perhaps to keep the company alive and kicking for another month, but it does add up. This decision wasn't made lightly. It was voted on at a special meeting of stockholders, held virtually, which is pretty standard these days. The meeting took place on September 10, 2025. More than 99% of the shares eligible to vote were present either in person, 25. More than 99% of the shares eligible to vote were present either in person or by proxy, which shows a very high level of engagement from the shareholders. This is a good sign that people are paying attention. As of the record date, which was August 21, 2025, there were over 10 million shares of Class A common stock outstanding. Each of these shares gets 1 vote. Having almost all of them represented at the meeting is a strong indicator of shareholder support, or at least very active management of shareholder proxies. And the vote itself, it was overwhelmingly in favor of the extension. Out of over 10 million shares voted, almost all of them, 10,081,170 to be exact, voted for the extension. Only 20 shares voted against it, and 0 abstained or were broker non-votes. This kind of result practically screams approval. The stockholders are clearly saying they trust management to find a good deal within this extended time frame. However, not everyone was playing the long game. A portion of the shareholders, about 85,000 shares, decided to cash out. They exercised their right to redeem their shares, meaning they got their initial investment back from the trust account. This is a common practice for these types of companies, where shareholders can often get their money back if a deal isn't announced or if they simply change their minds. This redemption means that about $3.3 million was taken out of the trust account. At about $11.69 per share, this shows a significant chunk of money being returned to investors who decided not to wait for the business combination. This is a direct outflow of cash from the company's potential acquisition war chest. Following the stockholders' approval and likely as part of the process to secure the next monthly extension, the company made a small deposit of about $500 into the trust account. This deposit, of course, secures the extension from September 14th to October 14th. This marks the very first of what could be up to 9 such monthly extensions. It's a sign that they are actively using the new flexibility granted by the charter amendment. The actual legal document detailing these changes is attached as Exhibit 3.1. This is the official paperwork that makes the extension official. It's the nitty-gritty legal stuff, but it's what validates everything we've just discussed. And finally, the report is signed off by the company's Chief Executive Officer, Isabel Friedheim. This signature is basically her attesting that everything in this report is accurate to the best of her knowledge. Looking at this filing, Athena Technology Acquisition Corp. I is essentially buying itself more time. The overwhelming shareholder support means that the strategy to extend the deadline is widely accepted by the investors. This is good because it means they likely have a better chance of finding a suitable business to acquire without being rushed. The fact that the sponsors are willing to inject funds for each extension shows they are still committed. However, the redemptions, while perhaps not alarming in this context, are worth noting. Anytime a SPAC or special purpose acquisition company redeems shares, it reduces the amount of capital available for the eventual business combination. A SPAC is essentially a shell company with cash looking for an operating business to buy. If too many shareholders cash out, the acquiring company might not have enough funds to complete the deal or might have to pay a higher price. The big question for Athena Technology Acquisition Corp IA is, what business combination will they find in these next 9 months? The market for SPACs has been challenging, and many have struggled to deploy their capital effectively, or have had to abandon deals. The success here hinges entirely on their ability to identify and close a strong acquisition. If they don't, these extensions will only delay a potential failure. For investors watching this SPAC, the key is to monitor future announcements regarding potential business combination targets. The extended deadline gives them a longer runway, but it doesn't guarantee success. It's a strategic move, but the execution will be everything. Alright, that's our breakdown of Athena Technology Acquisition Corp's latest filing. What's your take on this company extending its deadline? Do you think they'll find a good business to merge with? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to check out the Discord. It's linked in the description for more discussions like these. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.